Hello there, my name is Amanda, also known as Ketoginja. I've lost 120 pounds eating a ketogenic diet, and I have been maintaining that weight loss for almost 2 years. Going on almost my 3rd year on keto, so that means this is Thanksgiving number 3 for me on a ketogenic diet. So today I want to talk to you guys about some tips and tricks about staying keto and sticking to your meal plan on the holiday. This is a question that I myself have asked Google and YouTube very many times, so I've kind of compiled some of my little tricks and tips that help me stay keto on the holiday. Now I will tell you, I typically have off-plan food for Christmas. It's just my choice. It doesn't have to be your choice, but for Thanksgiving, we do stay keto. So this video is gonna be kind of a 2-parter. One part, I want to talk about tips and tricks to stay keto if you are going to someone else's house, like you're being hosted, and then also how to do it if you are making your own Thanksgiving feast in your home. Just some of my favorite things to bring, things to make that make it not crazy stressful, but also super delicious and keto friendly. Let's talk about going to someone else's house first. I'm not gonna number these because I'm probably going to ramble a little bit. I'm gonna try to be informative without being a rambler. So going to someone else's house, the best advice that I have for you is to bring some of your own food. I'm not saying make an entire Thanksgiving feast for yourself, but you want to be safe in that you know you're gonna go and you're gonna enjoy your holiday, but there's also going to be plenty of things that you are able to eat. Now, it kind of depends on where you're going. If you're going to a family member's house and someone that you're really comfortable with, chances are you're gonna be able to get their entire menu and you'll know ahead of time what is going to be keto friendly on the table. Almost always the turkey, unless they do some kind of sugar injection or infusion, but that's definitely something that I would ask about when I'm planning to go to someone else's house. Now, here is what I bring if I'm going to go to someone else's house. First, I make sure that I bring a keto-friendly dessert. Dessert is my most beloved part of any holiday tradition. I am an absolute dessert maniac, and I just don't feel like I am celebrating if I don't have a dessert. Judge me all you want. This is real talk. Mama needs a dessert. So what I would do is I would definitely make something that's going to satisfy you while everyone else is eating pumpkin pie and whatever else is on the table. Cheesecake is my go-to for keto-friendly dessert because it's not only super easy to make, but it's absolutely delicious, very, very rich, satisfying, and there's so many different ways that you can mix it up. For Thanksgiving this year, I'm going to be making a cheesecake, but I'm going to make my candied pecan candy to go on top of it. It'll be like a candied pecan cheesecake, and I am very pumped and excited about it. So bring a keto-friendly dessert is my #1 tip if you're going to someone else's house. So next I want to talk about other things that you can bring that are going to feed a group that the group that you're going to will be super happy to eat, but also satisfy you. So in the appetizer realm, I always like to bring a pickle and olive tray. So that'll be a mixture of different kinds of dill pickles and olives if you like them. This is also something that is commonly on other Thanksgiving menus. So check with your host before because they might have something planned and you might just be able to add to it. Like maybe they only plan to add sweet pickles, but you can bring in a dill variety or something like that. So a pickle and olive tray is a really great thing to bring. I also love to bring a meat and cheese tray. This can be as elaborate as doing chunks of Gouda and goat cheese with like prosciutto, or as simple and basic, like we like it, as sliced pepperoni and little cracker cuts of different cheese. I'll also put some parm crisps on that tray as well. So it's a little bit of a meat and cheese tray, and then you've got your appetizer snacky stuff covered with the pickles for munchies and the meat and cheese tray. You also, in lieu of the pickle and olive tray, you could do just a typical veggie tray. Some celery, some cut up cucumbers, a little bit of ranch dressing. That's another really great appetizer if you're trying to stay keto on Thanksgiving. Now for side dishes, you don't want to show up with all of this food. So take bits and pieces of this and just hope to God that your family is going to be understanding that you showed up with a little bit of your own food. Depending on where you're going, you don't want to show up with an entire meal. So maybe you just bring dessert and an appetizer. But if you wanted to bring a side dish, there's 1,000,001 recipes for keto-friendly green bean casserole. That's one that's very, very easy to keto-fy, and I absolutely love it. Also, a dish like Fat Kid Broccoli or the loaded cauliflower casserole, I will leave the link to those down below or up above. We will see what editing Amanda thinks. Those are side dishes that people that are not keto will absolutely eat by the spoonful, so it's not like you're bringing some weird diet food. It's just a delicious side dish. Some motivation to feel like you are satisfied and that you're getting your delicious, elaborate holiday meal without making sacrifices, I think is very important to the human psyche. Emotional eating is something that we talk about all the time, and it's always linked to celebrating or happy eating, sad eating. I had a bad day, I had a good day. Let me eat to medicate those feelings. So on holidays, this is especially common. We all have these certain foods that we just envision as being part of our holiday meal. So hopefully, if you are going to a loved one's house, you're going to be able to powwow with them a little bit and figure out what on their menu is already keto friendly. And that way you can strategically bring whatever you feel like is going to be missing for you on that plate and in those appetizers and in that dessert. So that is my sage advice, if you will, for eating Thanksgiving at someone else's house. Now let's talk about doing your own keto-friendly Thanksgiving at home. This is actually what Dan and I are doing. We stay home for Thanksgiving, so it will just be Dan and I and my two little boys, Lincoln and Levi. I have a really great menu planned, but it's not crazy elaborate. Since it's just the four of us, I don't make enough food for 40 people. I don't want it to go to waste, and I also don't want to spend my entire day off with my family in the kitchen. So here is my menu, and then I'm hoping you can get a little bit of inspiration and a little bit of creativity based on what we're doing. Let's work in reverse. I already told you what I'm making for dessert. That's gonna be the candied pecan cheesecake. Super, super easy. I use my beloved no-fail cheesecake recipe. I will also leave that linked somewhere around here. It is super easy. If you've never made a cheesecake before, it will blow your mind. 9 million different ways to customize it to your own taste buds. We've tried it so many different ways, and it's always delicious. Now for the dinner, this is what's on my menu so far. We are obviously going to do a turkey. We love turkey around here. That will also have a keto-friendly gravy. Lots of different recipes for that. Super easy to make gravy keto-fied. The flour into the gravy is the hardest part, and last year I believe I used xanthan gum. I'm gonna have to look up someone else's recipe and tweak that a little bit. So obviously, turkey and gravy. For side dishes, I'm going to do my magic green beans, which is, I'm gonna do it casserole style. It's normally just a side dish that I do in a saute pan, but I'm gonna zhuzh it up a little bit and make it into a casserole. So it's green beans with goat cheese, peppers and onions, and crumbled bacon. So that is going to be our big veggie side dish. I'm going to make what I'm calling stuffing fritters. I do not have an exact recipe for these yet, which is why you guys aren't seeing it, but it's going to be really similar to like a sausage ball, which is just sausage, almond flour, shredded cheese, and you cook it into little balls. But I'm gonna add extra almond flour. I'm going to add some cream cheese and a couple of other spices and seasonings to it to basically make like a little fried sausage ball fritter. Doesn't that sound good? That's my answer to stuffing. I'm doing the sausage fritters instead of stuffing. One, I'm not a huge stuffing eater. It's not something that I miss terribly. And two, I just wanted something with a little bit, I don't know, a little bit of pizzazz, something a little different. So turkey with gravy, magic green beans, sausage fritter things. I'm also going to try my hand at a keto-friendly cranberry sauce recipe. Now, the one that I found online that looks the most promising is from the blog Keto and Pearls, I believe, has a sugar-free cranberry sauce recipe, and it's jellied, and that's the kind that I like. that's it. That is my basic menu. Dan is begging for me to make some kind of drop biscuit or something for a bread, so I might do that too. So super simple. These are all recipes that we are going to be able to eat as leftovers and still stick to our keto-friendly plan. For appetizers, I will do a pepperoni and cheese tray, and then I will also do a veggie tray, which is like celery and cucumbers and ranch dressing, maybe some pickles. It just depends what I am in the mood for. We don't personally like olives around here, but if I was having guests, I would probably add olives to it. So that's it. If I were to do a standard American diet Thanksgiving, I would have 9 different dishes because you've got the sweet potatoes, the mashed potatoes, the corn casserole, and all of these things. But for 4 people, that's ridiculous. So I wanted to create a menu that was going to be something that we looked forward to, that was really fulfilling, but that was also easy enough that I'm going to be able to enjoy my day and the rest of my weekend. I have a tradition that I do Black Friday shopping every year with my best friend, Thanksgiving evening. I know it's kind of an unpopular thing. Everyone wants them to not do shopping on Thanksgiving. But because I'm a wedding photographer and this is busy season for me, I have a wedding on Friday and I have a wedding on Saturday. So Thursday is the only time that I will have to take advantage of all of those like little sales and deals. And we just have fun with it. We go to Starbucks, we wear all of our Christmas gear. It's just a date with my best friend that I look forward to every year. So I'm super excited about it. The last thing that I want to talk about is staying motivated to stick to your way of eating around the holidays. I know how hard it is to go to social events and not eat and drink what everyone else is eating and drinking. I know how hard that is. I know that it can sometimes cause a little bit of anxiety for people, and maybe you're embarrassed. Maybe you don't want to talk about what you're eating or why you eat this and not that. I know that's hard, but you guys have to understand there comes a point in everyone's life where they have to make decisions that are based on them specifically and what makes them feel the best. So try really hard not to let your family's little pokes get to you. The whole, oh, just a bite. Oh, you can eat this. Oh, I made this special for you. Stand strong. Stand strong. Be proud of what you are doing. Be proud of how you feel. It takes a lot of work and a lot of dedication to do what we are all doing. Going into a holiday situation and eating off the beaten path from what everyone else considers to be a normal holiday plate. I know that that is hard, but I am here to tell you, you will not feel exhausted after your meal. You will not feel super, lethargic. You're not going to have the mood swings, the stomach ache, everything that would come with going off plan. The flip side to that, if you choose to go all out and eat all of the things, so what? That's also fine. It is your own personal decision. And one day of eating absolutely everything under the sun, whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, your birthday, one off-plan day is not going to derail all of this amazing progress that you have been doing. So if you do choose to go that route, don't beat yourself up. It is not a huge deal. We've all been there. We all do it. It's perfectly fine. You are still amazing. You are still doing an absolutely brilliant job. So try really hard not to be hard on yourself. If you choose to not eat a keto Thanksgiving, so what? That is fine. I am happy for you. My dog is not supposed to be on the couch. We are all in this together, and I know that it seems to be kind of split down the middle where half of you are doing keto Thanksgiving, half of you are not. I hope that this helped answer some questions or maybe gave you some ideas that if you really do want to stick to a ketogenic diet for Thanksgiving, hopefully this helps you figure out some little things that you can bring or that you can do to make it really, really special for you, and so you don't feel like you're missing out on anything, because we all want to celebrate. We all want to celebrate, and we all want to eat those comfort things and things that make us just really feel pumped about the holiday. So I'm going to do that. Side note, yes, I'm having a keto-friendly Thanksgiving, but it will definitely be a low-carb day for me. I don't count macros anyway, but I am not going to ridicule my portion size. So everything that I make will be sugar-free, and it will be low-carb, but I will eat it until my heart's content, until I am as full as a Thanksgiving Day parade float. And I am super happy with that decision. I love you guys so much. I hope you are having an amazing week, and I hope that you have the most beautiful Thanksgiving. We all have so much to be thankful for. No matter how hard your day is, how hard your life is, or anything that you are going through, you need to remember that it's just a page in your book. It's not a whole chapter. It's not your whole book. You will get through it. I love you all. I will see you super soon. Have the best day of your life.